Alright, what you see here is a new fan I got from a friend that I've known since I was like 4 years old here in the Dominican Republic. This is a KDK industrial ceiling fan model A56XG. These are very hard to come by because they only sold them for about 2 years, but it's also because these didn't sell too well for the reason that these are not like hip adaptable. So because of that, a lot of people didn't buy them because they wanted to have the option to put a light and such. These were sold from 2006 to 2007. I think 2008 was when these were discontinued, but I know they were being sold during those 2 years. And then they were replaced by the A56XL, which basically looks identical to this except for the part that it doesn't have a silver ring on the bottom, and it looks more like the A56LG, where it has like that, where the silver ring would be, there's like a space in between, and then there's another part that you can remove the switch cap to it, or the part to put the light. As you can see, this doesn't even have that option. So if you were to take off the gray ring, it would look like the A56XL, but you still don't have the portion where you can put the light. The motor shape to it is basically the same as the A56XL's, but it just doesn't have the light cap adaptability on this one. But it could also just be the shell that doesn't give you that option. I'm not sure. I just need to open up this one and an A56XL to see if that's the case. But I do know that these did not sell too long and such. The download is not original to this fan, to my knowledge. Pretty sure that's the one that used to be in my friend's bedroom at the old house before they moved to where they are now. The A56X5 that had the light kit that had like, it was a light footer on it, but it had like a adapted light piece to it. The blades you see on this are not original. I'm assuming original, the two right here. The third one is a replacement one I bought and such. Now these fans, I remember seeing them when they first came out without that indent in the blade that you see here. But since there was two of them, and since this one I figured out is actually from 2007, it would have had that indent in the blade at that time. So I figured maybe just grab those two blades that they had there that weren't being used and pair it up with the fan, because the blades that were on it when they were installed were not original. Those belonged to the previous bedroom fan, and some of the blades got mixed up with some of the fans when they took them down and such, and when they gave two of them away and such. But yeah, here's the top of the motor. Here's the control that it was using, and it's also the original control that came with this fan. But yeah, this download, I remember it was the same. The one that was in this previous bedroom had a download that was in this exact condition, so that's why I don't believe this is the original one and such. And here's the capacitor. '07. It's not the most accurate way to date every KDK that's a bit older, but it's the most accurate one I've been able to see so far. There's some that I haven't been able to actually figure out the age of them due to them not having like a date code of such. But I do know these were sold from 2006 to 2007, so that's why I'm going off of that info on the bottom. The other thing is the canopy on the top is a bit smaller than the bottom one, and that the bottom one has just 2 screw options. But yeah, it's definitely a very retro looking industrial fan, which I like about these a lot. I mean, the A56XL has that look as well, just it doesn't have the silver ring on it. But the M56LG definitely has that look as well, which I like. But yeah, I finally acquired this fan after wanting to get it for a few years now from him. It does have some water damage. The motor does make some bearing noise, so I'm gonna have to do some work to it. I displayed it in the video before, so, but it still runs, it works. It doesn't make some bearing noise now, so I'm gonna have to do some work to it and such. But I'm just glad to have the fan because these are very big childhood fans of mine, and it was the first KDK that I saw that was like being introduced as a kid. That was a new model. Aside, like the B56XG, those were already being sold when I was a kid, but it's like the first one I ever saw being introduced that I didn't see before until, I mean, well, actually, no, the B56YK was one, but those I just found out about. Where this is one I saw in the store as a kid being sold, and I was like, oh, that's a new version of the KDK. So, and now they have the ones that are being sold now and such. But this is like the first time I ever saw a new model being sold, so that's why these are very sentimental to me, along with the A56XL, which is again the same thing as this. Is just it's a like heptadactyl version without the silver ring. But yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.